The staff of O.J.U. In the village of Abu, there lived a woman named O.J.U, a seer gifted with visions concerning the fate of her people. One day, O.J.U gathered the villagers and delivered a grave message. "There is trouble in the land," she said solemnly. "The gods of O.J.U are not pleased." "Why, O.J.U? What have we done to anger the gods of O.J.U?" exclaimed Ruomi, the youth leader. O.J.U began to narrate. "Long ago, a man from this village stole a sacred staff belonging to O.J.U, the chief priest. That staff was meant to be used in a covenant with the gods of O.J.U. The man promised to sacrifice 3 different animals to secure the protection of Abu from invaders who sought to enslave us. But after stealing the staff, the man died, and it was never returned. Now, it lies in the evil forest of Iranu, near the river of death." She paused, then continued, "To ensure peace for the next 10 years, the staff must be retrieved." Ruomi asked, "What if no one goes to the evil forest to retrieve it? What happens to us?" "If no one retrieves the staff," O.J.U replied gravely, "the beast of Iranu will capture and devour us all. Our village may be wiped out." "No," Ruomi declared. "We won't let this calamity fall upon us. I, Ruomi, will go with you to the evil forest. But we need 5 more brave souls to join us," O.J.U added. Tension filled the air. The villagers were uneasy, whispering among themselves. That evening, the town crier announced a compulsory meeting at the village square. At nightfall, all the youth gathered. O.J.U addressed them again. "We need 5 more volunteers to accompany us to the evil forest. If no one steps forward, great calamity will fall upon us." After murmuring and hesitation, 4 fearless men stepped forward. Then, to everyone's surprise, a woman volunteered as well. Her name was O.J.U. With 7 of them now ready, O.J.U, Ruomi, O.J.U, and the 4 men, they set out into the evil forest to retrieve the sacred staff of O.J.U. They journeyed for hours until a spirit suddenly appeared. "Who dares enter the evil forest?" it demanded. Everyone trembled except O.J.U and O.J.U. "O great spirit, we greet you," O.J.U said respectfully. "We come from the village of Abu, seeking the staff of O.J.U. The spirit warned, 'Do not disturb the peace of this forest. Many eyes are watching you. You are not safe. But if you must proceed, take this route, it will guide you to the staff. Beware of the demon spirit's tricks. It will tempt you with your deepest desires. You have been warned." The spirit vanished. O.J.U reminded them, "We must stay focused. Resist all temptations. Danger is all around us." Soon, they heard a terrifying noise deep within the forest. Panic spread. "What is that sound?" one of the men asked. "It's coming from over there." Suddenly, they saw a beast from afar. All but O.J.U, Ruomi, and O.J.U fled in fear. "This is a trick!" O.J.U shouted. "I just had a vision. The beast feeds on fear." She told O.J.U and O.J.U to call the others and urge them not to fear. As they shouted the warning, one of the men who had run was already killed by the beast. The rest stood their ground. As they calmed themselves and banished fear from their hearts, the beast began to shrink until it disappeared. The group mourned the loss of their companion. The remaining men blamed O.J.U. "You should have told us earlier. We lost a good man." O.J.U replied, "Why did you run? This is the evil forest. It's better to fight as one than fall divided." This was only the first trick. They continued their journey and soon found themselves in a clearing filled with delicious food. Hungry and tired, they were tempted. "Do not eat anything you see," O.J.U warned. She used her charms to test which food was safe. She allowed them to eat only what passed her test. But one man secretly grabbed a piece of meat and ate it. Nothing seemed to happen. Encouraged, the group moved on. Next, they came upon a place filled with gold, diamonds, and silver. They were in awe. Ashola found a fruit-bearing tree and declared it safe to eat. They ate and felt refreshed. The same man who had eaten the meat was now tempted by the treasure. He quietly took some gold and diamonds. Again, nothing happened yet. Meanwhile, back in Abu, worry grew among the villagers. Some elders traveled to a neighboring village seeking wisdom. There, the priestess revealed, only one has died so far, and the others are safe. However, one man ate forbidden meat and stole treasure. The spirits will use him as a vessel. If the group passes the final test, he will become possessed and begin to kill them one by one. The villagers asked how they could warn Ashola. The priestess said, once she retrieves the staff, she will receive a vision showing what to do. Back in the forest, the group faced their final test. A spirit appeared. This is your final test. Answer this question truthfully, and you may use the staff to create a portal and return home. A sense of hope filled the group. The spirit asked, since the beginning of your journey, has anyone taken what does not belong to them? Shocked, they looked at one another. Ashola asked them directly. Each denied it. But Ashola was not convinced. Her vision showed her the truth. Just as she was about to answer, the guilty man interrupted. Why must you answer? We should all decide together. His defensiveness raised suspicion. Ashola confronted him. You took what was not yours. She asked the others, do we need a vote? Or shall we trust the seer's vision? They all agreed to trust her. Ashola turned to the spirit and gave the correct answer. At once, the staff appeared in her hands. But then, the man who had stolen the gold began to scream and transform. He struck down one of the men before Ashola could stop him. She tried to use the staff to restrain him, but it only hastened his transformation into a full beast. Ashola had a vision of a sacred place where the staff could create a portal. They ran. The beast chased them. In the chaos, the last man tripped, and Adaka fell as well. Ruomi helped her up, and they ran for their lives. Finally, they reached the sacred spot. Ashola used the staff to open the portal. Just before the beast caught up, they leapt through. They landed back in Abu. The villagers rejoiced at their return. But Ashola knew it wasn't over. The beast still lived. And until it was destroyed, the people of Abu were not truly safe. Watch out for part 2.